Okay, thank you very much. My name is Dori. I am the retail manager here at Meadowbrook Gourds, and we are here to teach you how to do your little bunny basket and your little eggs. So I'll introduce. This is Kara.
Hi, everyone. My name's Kara. I am a crafter here at the farm, and I help out with the Zoom classes and other classes on the farm and events. So,
If you ever make it here, you'll probably see us. Let me
yes.
see. It looks like I have one person here in the weight room. Okay. Um, I know some of you don't have your cameras on, and that is fine. If you don't mind leaving it on, that's wonderful because it kind of helps us gauge if we need to slow down or go faster. I believe everybody is muted right now. You are more than welcome to unmute yourself and talk and ask questions. Or I also have the chat up where you can, put questions in the chat and then we can answer them there too. So Kara is going to go over everything you should have received in your kit. If for some reason you are missing something, you can just let me know and I will make sure that you get everything out, or I'll make sure that I get everything out to you. And also I will, you heard that this is being recorded. I will send the recording out tomorrow, just in case you end up not being able to stay the whole time or if you get behind. So.
All right. So everyone should have, I'm going to go over what you should have received in the mail. If you did not receive one of the parts I name off, just email Dori and we will get that part sent out to you. So you should have received the bunny body and head with the head hot glued on already. Wood biscuit for the base. 2 strips of paint, one all white and one with multicolors on it for the eggs. And then you should have received 5 gourd eggs, styrofoam, and toothpicks, 2 paintbrushes, a sponge. There's a lot of pieces.
There's a lot of pieces to this kit.
2 ears, ribbon, the moss, and 2 tubes of glue and a wood button nose, and 2 Q-tips as well.
And a bunch of toothpicks.
Toothpicks. Did I say Q-tips earlier?
I don't know.
But yes.
Anyway.
So, like I said, if you did not receive one of the items I listed off, just email Dori. The paint that we're using will come off your hands, but it will not come out of your clothes. So just be mindful. Also, if there's other paints at home you want to use, by all means, you can use them. And I guess we could get started. So with our bunny, this is sprayed white. It's sprayed a solid white. Tonight, if you decide to paint it all white, it might be hard to get that solid color. So we did send a sponge along, and you could sponge your bunny to give it that fluffy textured look. But if you do want the solid white, just do multiple thin white coats. But I am going to choose to sponge. Yes. So we'll start off with that.
We'll have to paint the ears too.
Oh, yes, we will have to paint the ears. So we could go ahead, we could paint the ears first. And then after we paint the ears, we'll just do a thin white coat on the bunny head and body before we would sponge.
Now, if you do decide to paint it solid and not sponge, it probably is going to take about 3 coats.
Yes.
So just to let you know, the first coat we're going to put on, which is whether you're sponging or not, will be kind of a watered down sponge. And then the other 2, you'll progressively get you won't water it down as much. But that's, again, only if you are going to paint it solid white.
Yes. Also, we also have with us, we have baby wipes.
Yes.
That helps get the paint off your hands, but a wet paper towel does the trick too. We do have paper towels and we have a water dish.
Yes.
So you might want to grab those things if you don't have them already.
We even have paper plates
Oh,
so you
that's
can
right.
dump the paint out on.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and dump.
Your first tube of white.
Yeah, I might dump a couple tubes of white on my plate just because I know we're going to need a bunch. So
Get my big brush in there and get any of the extras out.
does everyone have any questions yet? All right.
Good. And I don't know where everybody is, but I hope you're warm.
I actually have a question. My paint is like solid.
Okay. Is all of it like that?
Are you looking, is it this?
Yes. Yeah, the
Or-
white strip. The white No, it's the white strip. I have the glue separate. I definitely have.
Okay. And is all of them frozen?
That might be what happened. Yeah.
Okay. Is your other paint okay?
I don't know. I will check.
Yes, everybody check. Sometimes for some reason the white paint does freeze, and it does. It gets almost like a glob. I will have to send you. Unfortunately, I will have to send you new white paint, which I can absolutely do tomorrow. I'm not sure who is talking right now.
This would have been Chris Prangley that signed up.
Okay.
I'm Diane, but
okay.
Chris signed up.
If you could just send me and just respond to the link that I sent. You can just respond to that and just say, hey, I'm the one that needs the white paint.
Okay.
So the white paint, you can kind of walk through it with us, but if your white paint is like that, unfortunately, there's really nothing that you can do.
Well, actually, I'm going to run downstairs. We have white. This is just regular acrylic craft paint, right?
Exactly. Yes, you can use acrylic white paint.
Okay, I'm going to run downstairs. I'm sure I have some. I'm going to put me back on mute.
Okay. We haven't had that happen for a while.
Yeah.
But I'll be right back. I heard the phone ring. I just want to make sure it's not someone trying to get in.
Okay. Well, we'll hang tight real quick, just because we'll let Diane grab her paint and for Dori to come back. Yeah, unfortunately, we've noticed sometimes with our paints, or even our glue, it gets solid with the extreme cold weather. So I apologize about that.
Yeah, we haven't had that happen for a while. So we thought we fixed it, but obviously something else is awry. So
should I keep going, or do we want to wait a little bit for Miss Diane?
Well, I think we can explain what's going on, and then when she comes back, we can just update her.
Okay, so we have our white paint on our plate. So for these ears, I'm not going to wet my paintbrush. I'm just gonna put some paint on there. Now, you might get your fingertips a little white while painting.
Yeah. And don't forget to do your edges.
Yes. And this probably will just take one coat.
Yeah, it normally doesn't take much, so.
And then once this white paint dries, we'll go back and we can put like a little pink smudge in the middle of the ear.
So it looks like it has a little cute ear.
Yes, makes it pop a little bit. Okay, So I'm just going to set that on my plate. And if you can't get the very tip, that's okay, because we're going to shove it down in the hole on the head.
Yeah.
And I'm just resting my ear on my plate. You need a place to sit it.
Yeah, one coat will do that fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Diane, right now, I see your back. So we're just painting the ears right now. One coat will be fine. And if you don't get the very tippy tip of it, don't worry about it, because we are going to be bending it to put it in.
And the part that we are putting in is the flat part.
Yes.
Not the pointy. I am almost done painting both my ears.
Well, you're fast. I'm only having one done yet.
Oh,
but that's okay. Okay, there.
all right. I'm gonna grab a baby wipe to wipe off my hands.
Yep. Okay, thought I heard something ding, so I was looking up.
All right, and then after the ears are painted, we'll go ahead and we'll wet our paintbrush, kind of get all the excess water off of it. And then we're gonna do a thin coat on the whole bunny. And I'm just holding my bunny by the belly of it. I don't know if you
Where are you gonna put the eggs?
Yes.
So, and you don't have to worry about the sanded parts on the bottom, because that's going to be glued onto the wood biscuit. So.
And are you sponging yours too,
I
Dori?
think I am going to sponge mine. What about the edge around here?
Yes.
Okay. But do we have to do the inside? We don't have to do the inside, right?
No,
Okay.
do not paint the inside. It will be, the inside will be filled with that moss.
Oh, okay, that's right. And so so just do the edge, the top edge.
Yes. And also painting the inside of a gourd is not really good, because it takes forever to dry for some reason.
It's very porous.
Yes, very porous.
So it just like sucks it in and doesn't want to dry. Okay. I love to sponge. That is my favorite thing to do. But
the sponge queen.
I do. I love it. I don't know why. It's just my thing. But I like it because right now, like, you don't have to be like real neat about painting it if you're going to sponge.
Yes. And the sponging, I love it for our like gourd animals, I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
Like for you know, the
bunnies. Yes.
Or I guess we did it for the snowman too, but
Yes.
it gives it that snowy fluffy look.
Yep. It's like a textured look.
Yes.
So, well, right now, I'll tell you a little bit about the farm. There's not a whole lot going on. Right now, we have snow in our field. So sometimes we can get into the fields in February and actually start bringing the dry gourds in from the fields. but they're all covered in snow right now. So we can't get into the fields and we wouldn't know where the gourds are exactly. So we're waiting for it to dry. We're supposed to have some warmer weather come, but then I just heard from Kara that apparently we're supposed to have another snowstorm
On Sunday.
Sunday.
3 to 5 inches.
So I'm like, oh man. So it might be like April till we can get into our field.
Yeah.
But other than that, well, no, we have our spring festival coming up, and that is the last Saturday in March. So hopefully we don't have snow at that point in time. But we've been known to have snow in March. So
Yes, I'm just praying for some spring weather.
yes,
We had a tease today. It was a little over 50 degrees, and
yes, it was nice.
that sunshine felt so good.
Yes, it did.
All right, so I am done doing that thin white coat on my bunny. So I'm going to put my paintbrush in my water bowl, and next since it's so thin, it dries very quickly.
Right.
I'm going to start sponging. I'm going to do a layer of sponge. So you want to get your sponge wet, and you can just dip it in that, white water. Same paint.
It's gonna say it's not gonna matter. They go around my edges.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe with the sponge it might.
Yeah, you can kind of do that, but
so now I'm just going to squeeze out the excess water and then dip my sponge in the paint. And then you just kind of start going to town.
Just pat away.
Yep.
If you guys are doing your solids, your first coat is probably almost dry, and you can start putting on your second. You can do another light coat, just not quite as watered down. Yeah, I would sponge everything if I could.
It definitely gives it a nice texture.
Yeah, it'll look like a fluffy bunny.
And you could do like multiple layers of sponging too. So like right now I'm just doing my first layer of sponge, and then I'll go around the bunny, and by the time I get back to the other side, it should be about dry.
I have to get mine. Okay. I think I need to open up another one.
Oop. Got paint on my face. It splashed back at me. Is everyone doing okay?
Well, yeah. I see people sponging, so they. And you can actually add other colors. So like, let's say you wanted to do a gray bunny. You could actually sponge it white and then put a little gray or a little tan or brown if you wanted to do a brown bunny. That'd be a chocolate bunny. I'd like that. I like my chocolate.
I don't think we have any brown in our.
No, but if they would have it at home, they could.
Yes.
But it would just give it a little bit more, another color variation too. I think I have my sponge very wet. We'll dry it out enough.
Yeah.
So then it got very wet. So there we go. The nice thing about sponging is you can't go wrong because you just keep sponging until you like it.
Yes, that's what
And that's why I think I like it, because I'm definitely not like a master painter or anything like that. So I like doing it so that um, I can just keep going until, like I said, until I like it.
To get that desired look.
Yep.
And then, so after we're done sponging our bunny, we can set it off to the side and let it dry. And I'm just talking ahead of time. Each of your eggs should have a little hole in the bottom of it. One of the workers, Kenny, he drilled holes in all the eggs, and you can put a toothpick in the egg so you can hold it and then paint it that way. So that will be the next thing we will do.
It makes it so much easier. When we first started doing like create your owns and classes with eggs, we tried a wire that would connect on either side here, and then you'd hold it. But the egg would spin, and then it would just jump off the metal thing. And it was just like, okay, this is not working. And then I don't know who came up with the brilliant idea of the toothpick, but it's like the best way to paint gourd eggs.
And then with the once you paint it, you stick the toothpick in the styrofoam and let it dry that way.
Yeah. Cool. I'm a mess. Oh, well.
Yeah, I have paint all over me. It's flown on my face and...
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm going to put... I'm just going to stick them in there a while so that we're ready to paint.
See, you are a master sponger. You're already done.
I'm telling you, I love to sponge.
I just keep going at it. I'm like, I can't stop.
Okay, I got all my if for some reason, I mean, the toothpick should be snug, but sometimes if you get like a thin toothpick or something, you can use one of your little glue stick or your glue pods and just put a little bit of glue on it, and then put it in the hole. We can just either snap them off, or sometimes the glue isn't even dried and then you can just pull it out. But it just helps to keep it in place.
Also, with the paint around the neck, if you can't get into the crease, that's fine, because that ribbon is going to cover it up.
Yes. And I know that right now, when we sit these down, there's going to probably be a little spot on the bottom of the head. We may have to go back and just touch that up a little bit because it needs to rest. And unfortunately,
you might be able to just rest it on your biscuit.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
It kind of keeps the
head up. Okay.
Okay.
That's why you're teaching the class.
Hey, I couldn't do it without you. All right. I'm going to set my bunny aside after I sponge it just a little more. Okay.
Put the sponge down.
I know. Okay, I'm putting the sponge down now. And I am going to throw my sponge in the water bowl and clean my hands off.
I tried. It didn't work for me very well, so.
Okay. Yes, it's not coming off. I'm not worrying about that. I'm going to set, my ears are pretty dry. They're a little tacky. I'm just going to set those off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put my toothpicks in my eggs.
Yep.
Dori did. So looks like we have a variety of colors though, because we only have 5 eggs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then black for the eyes.
Oh, black for the eyes. Oh, okay. So you can paint each egg each its own color. There should be enough paint.
Yeah.
You know.
To do them. I was saying too that if you wanted to,
Oh,
You could actually like put little flowers on them. You could, after you're done and they're dry, if you wanted to take like a tiny little a Q-tip or something and just put like 5 little dots, and then like the bottom of your Q-tip, you could just put in the middle to make like a little,
that would be so cute.
you could zigzag lines on them. You could polka dot them, different color. I mean, you could do anything you want. You have a bunch of different colors. I'm going to do mine solid right now, but I might go home and play around with it then. So, it's really, it's up to you as to what your eggs are going to look like.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, sorry, I forgot about our nose.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to go ahead and paint our nose first too.
Okay.
So I'm going to I guess I'm going to use this big brush to paint it. So I'm going to clean out my brush. And the paint that I'm going to use is the second to last, or second to first.
So it's like yellow and then it's a pink.
Yes.
Now, my pink has separated a little bit. So I'm just going to stir it up a little bit, or you can shake it like that before you open it up.
All right. That's such a pretty color though.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully nobody's.
Wow. And I think I only need 1 coat of that. Now your fingers are going to get a little messy.
Yeah. I'm trying to like work it around with the opposite end of my brush.
Oh,
because,
are you?
Yeah, because I stirred it. So I thought, well, I might as well just see if I can use that paint.
And I'm going to set that button nose off to the side then. I'm just touching up where I touched it.
And you just have to do the top. You don't have to do like the whole thing because it's going to be going in the gourd.
And having wet paper towels or baby wipes are really helpful right now.
Yeah.
And since we're already on this paint, I'm going to go ahead and paint the first egg this color.
You actually could even sponge the eggs if you wanted to.
I thought about that.
So if you wanted to do a sponge egg, you would just put a very light coat on, just like the white we did. And then you would go back with your sponge and sponge them.
I think I'm going to just do mine solid though.
So, but it's all, like I said, when you get the kits, it's always something that, you can kind of make it your own.
Yeah. And you could also do like a solid color and then sponge it with a different color.
Yes, you could.
To have it by color.
Yep. Okay. And I think most of these really will only take 1 coat. I don't think we're going to have to do multiple coats on the eggs. I might be wrong, maybe some colors, but this pink seems to be going on pretty good.
Yeah, I think if the light is right, I'm thinking I only need 1 coat.
Yeah.
So I'm done with my first egg. I'm just gonna pop it on that styrofoam and clean my brush then. Oh. Dori and I were both sick a couple weeks. That we got a nasty cold. Dori really got.
I had pneumonia.
Yeah.
I'm feeling much better now, except I still have this stupid cough that they told me I'm going to have for 4 to 6 weeks. So I thought, oh, yippee. But I'm feeling much better. So I'm okay now and good to go. But
we missed her when she was gone. All right. I'm going to do orange next, I think.
Okay.
That seems to be a little thinner than the.
That's why I said sometimes I think it all depends on the colors. Are we going at a good speed? Is everybody okay with where we are right now? A thumbs up?
I got some head shakes.
Okay, good. Okay. I was gonna say nobody's telling us to slow down, and there's no chat, so I'm thinking that we're okay. But sometimes we just start going, and then I'm doing yellow.
Yellow.
I'm gonna do yellow next.
I'm gonna have to come back for this orange.
Yes, the yellow will probably need another coat too. I was telling you we have our spring festival, and we do a gourd egg hunt for kids, and that is March 28th. But then we have the 2 weekends prior to that, we have our create your own, where we you sign up for a 2-hour window, and there's probably what 30 different projects.
Yes, there's a
lot. There's like different projects, and they're all different sizes and everything. And in those 2 hours, you can make one project, which some people do. Or we have other people who come in, they'll make like 5 or 6. So it's kind of like you just reserve a time and you come in and decide what you want to make. And we have our craftsmen back there that will help you kind of what we're doing right now.
But it's more like of a free for all.
Yeah,
like,
you kind of do whatever you want. It's not so
we have
instructional.
Yeah, we have a big paint table where you can choose whatever paints you want to use, and we have like an accessory table, so you can pick all different types of ribbons.
It's actually a lot of fun, and I love to see what people. I mean, we know what we can do, but it's really fun to see how artistic other people are. And they always say, "I don't have any artistic ability," and it's like, well, I mean, we do all the cutting and everything, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's amazing what people actually, they're like, I didn't think I could do this.
Yes.
And it's like, you can.
And some people, they will paint, like, there's gorgeous paint that they'll put on their gourd.
They're like true artists.
Yes, and it is really cool to see those.
Yeah. Since I work in the retail store, I check them out at the end, and and I get to see all the designs that come through.
Yeah, it's a great time for, there's a bunch of ladies that will come like to every like a seasonal one, and it's like their girls' day out.
Yep. They bring their wine and their food and snacks and or whatever they want. And it's just a lot of fun. My orange doesn't want to close again.
Yeah, this green might need a second coat too.
How's the purple? Purple looks pretty
good.
Covering. Yeah.
Yep. And so if you like that wash look too, you don't have to go back and put a second coat on. So some people like that thin.
Yep. It almost looks like it's like transparent.
Yes.
And people definitely like that. It's kind of like a whitewash, but with color.
So I'll have to come back and do the green. And just make sure you get the bottom of the gourd too, where the toothpick is. That could be easy to miss. But once
you're holding it.
Yeah, but once you take it off the toothpick, you'll see the mist paint.
Yeah. You can just touch it up then too. And there is going to be a hole there. So if that really bothers you, you can put a little bit, when we're all done with the glue, you can put a little bit of the glue in that hole and let it dry, and then just touch it up with whatever paint you used for that gourd. I have one more.
I have one more too. I'm not using that black. I'm going to use this yellow.
Looks like everybody's doing okay.
Hi, it's Diane again. So oddly enough, my yellow and green are solid as well. All the other ones are fine.
You are kidding me. Where are you at?
I'm in the Chicago area.
Oh. Well, I guess you're having colder weather than we are.
I'm
Okay.
trying to remember when it was dropped off.
Okay. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Okay, well, if you want me to send you those, just
Yeah,
send me an
yeah, I'll make sure
email.
I send you an email. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
sorry about that.
yeah.
Oh,
They're pretty colors.
They are
they
pretty. They are very pretty colors, but not when they're solid.
Yeah, they're very solid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they won't. You can't paint.
No, because we've tried like warming them up and it just is a mess. So
So I'm going to go back through and repaint my orange in the second coats real quick.
yeah, I might actually go back through and just do all of a second coat just to make sure I didn't miss anything. It
Yeah.
won't take too long to do that. So
Maybe I'll do that too. With this red. I love how fast the paint dries.
yeah. Okay. And you said it was your yellow and green that froze.
Sorry, I had gone on mute again. Yes.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
You
yes, yellow and
okay.
green.
Okay. Well, darndest thing.
Yeah, and the white I have is a bright white, so I think I do want the paint that you have in the kit because we have other kits that we've done and
Yeah.
it's a little bit like an off
It's
white.
more like like a creamy
Yep.
white.
Creamy.
So
Yep.
yes, well, we'll get those off to you.
Okay, thank you.
Are you sure?
My water is getting mucky.
Yeah.
But I'm using a paper towel here to kind of also help.
Yeah. Yeah. I have lots of paper towels. So.
And then once you have your eggs painted, we will paint the little pink brush on the ears. I'm going to paint this yellow again.
We're starting in the store. You can see behind me, we're starting to get all of our bunnies out and it's so nice to go from one season to the other. I mean, I like each season, but I like when I start changing the whole store around that.
Something new.
Yeah. And like spring is so bright and, and
colorful.
Yeah. And so I like all my seasons, but I do like it when I get to start changing snowmen out for bunnies and little chicks and eggs.
Mm-hmm. It's a sign that things are going to start blooming, and
Yep. No matter what
I could live.
Puxatawny Phil says.
Yeah, I could live without snow, honestly. But my children, they do like it.
Yeah.
So I gotta like it for them, I guess. All right, so I cleaned my brush. All my eggs are painted. Next, I'm going to do a little. You can hardly see it on this one.
It's very watered down.
Very, very watered down. I might make mine a little bit more bold.
Yeah. Now, just with your ears, there's a side. Well, it's kind of hard to tell now that we painted them white.
There's like a softer side,
yeah,
and
then
texture.
There's one that has like you can kind of see like actual like little dots on them. That would be like actually the back, and then the softer side would be the front. So I don't know how to explain it other than that. So like, yeah, do you see the little dots?
Yes, yeah. Like one,
but I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you the little dots. So nope. No, just looks like a big white blob. So yeah, and it doesn't matter because you're gonna like fold it in half anyway like that. But we typically will put the bumpier side to the back and then like the softer side to the front.
Yep. I just I took my paintbrush, put a little dot, like just tapped it in the paint, put it on my plate, and I'm watering it down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very watery. I'm going to start light, and then I'll see what it looks like.
And then you can always go darker.
Yes, you can always go darker. So mine's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to play with it a little bit more. And also, I think I'm going to take a paper towel too and just kind of smudge it a little bit. I like that smudge look.
It's not so detailed.
Yeah, so I just take the paper towel and I'm just kind of like blush. Blush goes on dark at first and then you buff it out.
Okay, so I'm going to try pinking my ears now. My paper towel's getting yucky. I'm telling you. Okay. So I just did like a straight line on mine. And then I used my finger and kind of just buff it out a little bit. So mine is looks like that. So you can pink it however you want.
Yeah, I like that. That looks good.
It just adds a little color. Your finger gets a little messy, but
Probably already are messy.
I was just gonna say. Yeah. And if you really don't like the way you pink them, just paint them white again.
Mm-hmm.
It's that easy.
All right. I'm gonna move my plate out of the way. So once you're done with your ears, we are going to glue in the nose, and then we will glue in the ears. I think putting those pieces in next will make it easier to draw or to paint on the eyes.
And honestly, I think I get a little pencil. I'll get us a pencil. And that way you can just draw very lightly on your gourd.
Yes.
And to see how you like the eyes. Because the eyes are always the trickiest thing to do.
Yes. And also have like a wet paper towel or a baby wipe handy, because if it smudges, and you can wipe it off right away.
Yep.
And that typically helps. So you have the 2 tubes of glue, and then you have 2 Q-tips. So with the glue, you'll put the Q-tip in the glue, and then you will put it in the ear. Well, let's do the nose first. You'll just put it in the inside rim of the hole where the nose will go. If any seeps out a little bit, you can wipe it off with that wet paper towel or baby wipe. And if you still miss a little, it dries clear. So it's no biggie.
And for those of you who are wondering, it's called Aleene's Tacky Glue. You can get it at most hobby places or craft stores, anything like that.
And it does take a little while for it to dry.
Yeah.
But once it's dry,
it's very good.
Yes. So I glued in my nose. Next, we will want to, so your ears should be pretty dry. So you'll bend the ears. So, and they can be a little tough. And just make sure you don't have any paint on your fingers like I do. It will
transfer onto your gourd.
Yeah, where I don't want it to be. So I'm just going to do a practice fit. I'm squeezing my ears.
And it's sometimes hard to squeeze them. Just do the best you can to squeeze them in half.
And I know the girls sometimes use like the end of a paintbrush or a pencil.
I do that.
And once you glue it, you kind of stuff it in there to get it nice and tight.
Yeah.
So that's what it will look like. So I'm happy. I'm going to try the other one. So I bent the second one, and I'm just going to test fit it. So there's my 2 ears. I didn't glue them in yet, but I bent them prior. So now I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to put glue in them. And again, if any seeps out, you can wipe it off or it dries clear.
Okay. Need my glue.
And I'm doing the back side of the hole. So like you don't need to really do the front of the hole, because the ear's not really going to touch it as much because it's setting back. That makes sense.
Yeah. And that's when if you use the handle to your, that you can push it back against the glue there. That'll help a lot.
Yes. You can kind of position the ears like you don't want them flopping out to the side too much. You can kind of finagle them to a point where you can get them sit in a certain way. I'm just wiping off that excess glue I got everywhere. All right. And my ears are glued in.
Mine aren't glued in yet.
Doing the test fit.
Yep.
I will grab us a pencil a while.
Okay. If you, in my desk drawer, on the right-hand side, you will see my pencils in there. You find them?
Yep. And ladies, I'm going to show you a sample of some eggs that are sponged. It's the same green, but we sponged white on them. So that's what that looks like. And here's another one. Here's like
That's the orange.
the orange, and there's a little bit of white sponged on that. So just to give you an idea what that looks like when it's a bicolor egg. Which we do sell them in our store too. Right, time?
The sponge ones,
Yep.
yeah.
And they look very nice. All right.
Now my ears are in.
Oh, Bunny's coming alive. Oh, I really like your sponging.
I like to sponge.
See, yeah, I'm not a good sponger like you. But, okay. So we got our pencils.
Yes.
I'm going to lift up this bunny so you ladies can get a better idea of what it looks like. So it's just a line, and then it has like one extra line to fling off to give it that
Eyelash.
Yep. So here goes nothing.
Okay. If you want to do just a regular eye, which would be like a circle instead of this type of eye, you have the black, which is at the end of your paint pots. Take your big brush and dip the opposite end of your brush in the black, because that'll make a circle. So then you can just, I'll do one, but I'll do it on like a, so you can see I just put some black on there.
I think I might do that, so I'll show you guys because I'm not gonna be.
And then if you just put it on, you can see it just makes like a plain black circle. And then you can go back in with the light or with this thin paintbrush and just put a little white speck in it so it doesn't look like it's bug-eyed. So, but yeah, if you're interested, if you know, because this is a harder eye to do. Oh, well, where's the eyes? I don't know. But anyway. Oh, there you go. Okay. That is a more difficult eye, but if you wanted to do just a circular eye, like I said, just take your black paint, dip it, or your big paintbrush and your black paint, just dip the end in it, and then and normally if you're looking at your nose, you would go like to like 2 o'clock and like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the black dots on my bunny because I'm not good at that. So I am
trying to see if we had, oh, here, let me show you this. Now these are smaller eyes, but you can see the little circles which were made with the back of the brush, and then the little white dot in the corner. So if you want to do that, you are more than welcome to do that.
So there's my 2 black dots right now. And then I'm going to put the white dots in once that's dry. Kind of make it.
I can always do the one side of the eye really well, and then the other side, I can't.
That's me. Even with doing these circles, like I should just let it be.
Yeah, you do one circle and then you let it go.
Yeah.
If you are going to try and do these eyes here, like I said, I would definitely try with a pencil, and then you're just going to use your real thin brush and your black paint, and you can just go along your lines.
And I'm using this very skinny brush right now just to touch up my circles. Work nicely. And again, this is what that looks like. And I'm just letting the black dry before I try to put that white dot at 2 o'clock on it.
I got the one side.
That's how I try.
Got the one side. They are little stinkers, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to paint these. We'll see how
I
it
have
goes.
faith in you. I think you'll do just fine.
Well, I don't know.
So I'm just letting that black dry. Because if I would try to put the white in while it's still damp, it will run.
Love the baby wipes. And you know what's so funny is that the girls that do these, they use I don't know if they use a paint or they use a marker.
I think they use a paint marker.
Yeah, they think they use a paint marker. You should see them do this. They don't even like think about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do that? But they do it every single day.
Guess I should wait for the bell. Is everyone doing okay then?
I want to know who is attempting the eyes, the hard eyes. Or is everybody just doing the circle eyes?
I did the circle eyes.
That's okay.
I did the hard eyes.
Okay, good for you. I'm doing the hard eyes too, so we'll see how they turn out.
So I'm kind of at a standstill right now.
Hey, they didn't get too bad.
Oh no, they look good.
So, okay.
Well, next we can tie on the bow. So tie on the ribbon. This little Lily bunny, she has the bow to the side, to her left side. So with this, you just take the ribbon and you fold it in half. Or attempt to fold it in half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to hold my bunny in between my legs. So let me see if, okay.
And she's a lefty, so.
I do everything the opposite way. So it's just better support for me. So then you wrap it around and then you tie it almost like a shoe, like that crisscross.
Mm-hmm.
And then how I make a bow is I do the one bunny ear loop, and then you just, it's almost like tying a shoelace. You wrap the ribbon around and put it through the hole. So tying it like a shoelace is the most how I can really
The easiest way to explain it. Yeah.
So there's that. Now I'm going to pull mine a little tighter so the ribbon's smaller, and then we can always cut off the excess. Or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want my bow a little A little smaller.
There we go. Yeah, my bow ends up being huge, but yeah, I'll pull it short.
Kind of like a little bit of a big bow though. Oh, oh.
And you can put it on either side.
Yep. And I don't have scissors on here with me, but
Yes.
we'll just, what you would do is,
I'll get scissors for us. I forgot them. Sorry.
oh,
There
thank
you
you,
go.
Dory.
You're welcome.
So I don't want that long stringly piece, so I'm just going to take them both together, and then I'm going to just cut mine at an angle. And there's my little bunny. Now my eyes should be dry, so I'm going to add the little white specks in my black eyes. And with the white specks, I'm adding them at, think of a clock. I'm putting them at like 2 o'clock.
I like when actually you start seeing like an actual product, you know, like it's coming together.
I do too. There. Then, yep, there's my little bunny eyes.
That's cute.
All right. So next thing we would do is glue the bunny to the biscuit.
Yeah.
So we have a sticker on the bottom side of the biscuit that will be face down. And then you can kind of test out like how you want to place your girl on the biscuit. And then once you have the side you want, you'll just put glue on the sanded part of the underside of the bunny. So I'm going to put glue all around here and then place it down. Now, just remember with this tacky glue, it will need to sit overnight because it takes a while for it to dry.
You know what though, I have found with the tacky glue that depending if it's cold or hot or whatever, it sticks better than hot glue.
Oh, right, does it?
Yeah, I mean that's what I've noticed.
You probably notice more than I do because you deal with finished products.
Right, yeah. You're in the middle.
I'm in the middle. I just cut the designs in the gourds, and then the other folks, they will beautify them. Lights are flickering.
Yeah, they are flickering. I'm thinking, what is going on?
We're just going to ignore that the lights are flickering in here.
I'm sorry. Okay, and then you can just kind of put her wherever you want her to go. Not all of it may touch the wood biscuit. That's okay as long as the majority of it does, because I have mine bumps up a little bit in one spot. So,
yeah. And the head does stick off.
Yep. Just don't try and pick up your bunny by the bunny. You have to pick up the whole thing now.
Oh, she's cute.
She is cute.
She's coming alive.
Yeah. Okay.
So we can go ahead and add the moss in. And I even think if there's leftover moss, we could put glue on the outside of this biscuit.
Yeah.
And put some moss there. So I'm going to fill my girl up with the moss.
I'm going inside with mine because mine doesn't touch in all the different places.
Oh, I see.
So I have quite a bit that maybe doesn't touch. So I'm going along inside once I have her in the place that I want her, and just putting this around the inside really kind of thick so that it holds it in place real well. So if you do have some spots that um, aren't touching the wood, you can do it, inside like this.
I'm just reinforcing mine too.
Yeah. Now, do not put if you're doing that, don't put your moss in
It'll glue some
because
stuff.
it'll stick to the glue. Unless you're never planning on taking the moss out, then you're good.
Yeah, because you could also put candy in here. You
Yeah.
could make it a little candy dish.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna put a little bit of I'm gonna take glue and I'm just gonna put it on the bare part of the biscuit.
Mm.
And I'm gonna take a little bit of this moss and put it
Around
there. So it's like the bunny sitting in moss grass. Because I think there's plenty of moss.
They always send plenty. So
just I'm gonna scoot my ribbon up so it doesn't get stuff on it.
that is so cute.
So I'm just taking my Q-tip and painting. You guys don't have to do this. Our original bunny doesn't have it.
I have more space though around my wood. There's hardly any space on this bunny. I have more space around it than that bunny has, so I might do the same thing. It's very messy though, I must tell you.
Yeah, this is a messy product, and it's a little longer than what we usually for some products. Which
the glue is sticking to my hand.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
Sorry, I might get your store a little dirty with this.
That's okay. I got a vacuum sweeper for that. If you don't want to put this around the bottom, that's perfectly fine. Actually, at this point, then your eggs should probably be dry. You can take the toothpick out, put your moss in the girl if you don't have the glue inside there, and you are going to be finished.
Yeah. So I have to kind of rip this, and this is messy. The moss is a little
You
messy.
are going to make a mess in my store.
Well, I'm trying to keep it all on the table. But I'm kind of ripping it apart, and then I'm just sticking it on the glue.
Yeah, you can just, and then you can take scissors and trim it up.
Yes.
If you need to. I might not put it inside. I may put a little bit inside, but not like as much as that. And that way my eggs will all fit. Then she looks like she's kind of sitting on a little nest.
Yes, it does.
So, and like I said, the nice thing about the kits is you can always make it unique to whatever you like and not have to worry about if it's something else, or you can make it just do what you like it to look like.
So this is kind of a look of
Yeah,
gives it that little primitive
little look if you want that.
Definitely gonna trim it up a little bit.
I guess I'm making a mess in my store too, aren't I?
So I'm cutting mine back to, so it's not really hanging too much over the biscuit. Oh, that looks a lot better with it turned up.
Yep, there you go. This looks cute. I'll put a little bit of this in my bottom here.
Yeah, there's plenty of this.
I know.
This moss.
Yeah, you can keep it for other projects that you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my eggs.
Or keep, if you could always set it aside, like if this moss gets kind of junky.
Yeah, you can change it out.
Yeah. You need new moss then for next year. Yep, so I'm just pulling the toothpicks out of the eggs.
And mine just fit in there perfectly. Look at that. So yeah. They look so cute.
Yes. Oh, I gotta fix my ribbon now.
No, yeah. So
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed their time with us tonight, and thank you for giving your Tuesday evening with us.
yeah, if you have any questions about Meadowbrook or about the class itself, you can always email me. I will be sending out the recording tomorrow. You can always go on our website too to see what classes are going to be coming up for Zoom. If you're nearby, maybe you'd want to take one here at the farm. But otherwise, if there's no other questions, we will say good night to you and thank you for joining us.
Yes. And everyone have a happy Easter. I don't know if we have a Zoom class from now till Easter, do we?
I think we do.
Oh,
I think
we
we
do?
have one in March.
Okay,
Yes.
well, if we don't
Yes.
see you in March, have a very happy Easter.
Yes.
Thank you, and I'll be sending you an email, Dori, on the pink stuff.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll make sure I get that out to you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
See ya.